Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I had a lot of you guys ask me how to do personalized candy bar packagings for birthday parties, so in this video I'm going to show you guys how to make these personalized Hershey bars from start to finish. As always, we're going to be using Canva, so you want to click on create a design and select the custom size. You're going to change your size to inches and you're going to make your width 7.5 inches and your height 5.8 inches. I'm going to show you how to create the overall template. So you want to go to elements and type in square, and you want to select the rectangle that's next to shapes. I'm going to change the color to red just so you guys can really see the difference. So you want to make this rectangle 2.5 inches tall and 7.5 inches wide. Then you want to drag your rectangle to the center of your page. There'll be a purple line whenever you reach the center. Next, we're going to go to elements and we're going to type in square one more time. We're going to select the rectangle that's under shapes and we're going to make this rectangle 0.6 inches by 5.8 inches. Once our rectangle is the correct size, we're going to right click, duplicate, and we're going to drag that extra rectangle to the other side of our template. Now this template breaks down our label into 5 separate parts to make it easier to design. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my uploads and I'm going to choose a design for the center. The theme I'm doing is cars, and I found this design on Google, so I just downloaded it and uploaded it into Canva. Next, I'm going to click on background, and this is going to change the color of the back panels. So I'm going to change the color to red. Because I didn't put any squares on it, it's just the regular background of the page. Next, I'm going to add some text. So I clicked on text and then add a heading. And I'm going to type in Lorenzo Turns, and once I type that in, I'm going to play around with the look of it. I always like to play around with the font first, so I click on font and I'm going to click on this font that I found online. I think I got this from thefont.com if I can remember. I'm also going to change the color from this black to a white. I thought I wanted silver, but I think white looks better. To make the lettering stand out more, I want to add an outline. So I'm going to click on Effects, Outline, and I'm going to change the outline to black, and it looks much better. Next, I'm just going to play around with the sizing and the position of the lettering. Now that my lettering's good, I'm going to add some images to the front. So I clicked on Uploads and I selected this image of Lightning McQueen that I got from Google. I need to remove the background though, so I click on Edit Photo and remove the background. After I finished resizing Lightning McQueen, I wanted to add a Mater as well. So I went to Upload, selected this image of Mater, and I'm also going to remove the background on this one too. So the background remover isn't free with Canva, it's with Canva Pro. But if you don't have Canva Pro, they do have a 7-day free trial. I wanted my images to pop up the screen a little bit, so I'm going to add a shadow to them. So you want to select your image, click Edit Photo, then you're going to click on Shadows. I did a drop shadow, but you can choose whichever one you prefer. Because this is for a birthday, I always like to add a number balloon. So I go to Elements and I type in 3 balloon because my son is turning 3 and I really like this gold balloon. So I'm going to resize it and I'm going to position it next to the Lorenzo Turns. Alright, so once that's resized, we're almost done. So I want to add some racing check to the side panel. So I'm going to go to Elements, I typed in racing check, and I'm selecting this one right here. I'm going to rotate and resize this image until it's the same size as those side panels. Once I finish it on one side, I'm just going to duplicate it and add it to the other side. I want to add more text, so the lazy way to add more text that's the same as the one before is to just duplicate it. So I duplicated the Lorenzo Turns and I'm going to change it from Lorenzo Turns into Thank you for celebrating with us. After I finish typing, I'm going to resize it and then I'm going to flip it horizontally. I'm making it smaller here, but I actually end up making it much smaller later. I wanted to add the Hershey logo to it, so I went to my uploads and I added the Hershey logo. I found this on Google, I just typed in Hershey logo and this came up. I'm adding a nutrition label, and I actually ended up deleting this later because I didn't like the way it looked, but I bought these on Etsy a while back And I know that Canva does have nutrition facts, but you have to type them in yourself. If you do add this nutrition label to it, I always like to add a white background to it, because if it doesn't have a white background, it doesn't really stand out. So I go to elements and I type in square just like before, and I select the square, but this time I'm going to make it white instead of red. Now I was going to stop here, but I printed everything out to test it, and my wording was a little too big on the side, so I resized them to make them much smaller. I resized that "thank you for celebrating with us," and I resized the Hershey, and I didn't like how small the nutrition facts were, so I just ended up deleting those. Once you're happy with how everything looks, you're going to click on share, and then you're going to download it. When you download it, you want to make sure you download it as a PNG. Once it's downloaded, you can print it out, but I like to upload it back into Canva, and then I add it onto a page that's 8.5 by 11 inches, which is standard letter size, just to make sure my sizing isn't off when I print it. Once it's uploaded into Canva, I add it to the center of my page, and I download it just like we did before. Once it's downloaded, I print it out, and then we can move on to assembly. I print these Hershey labels on the same paper that I print my chip bags on. It's the inkjet glossy photo paper, also known as brochure paper. If you don't have these, you can print it on copy paper, but it looks so good on this brochure paper, y'all. This paper is for inkjet printers, and the one that I used is the Epson ET4700. I print these out in landscape mode, and I make sure that it's on the glossy paper setting, and I also make sure it's on the high quality printing. So the first thing I'm going to do is trim my paper down to size. I use one of these paper slicers to do so, but if you don't have one of these, you can use scissors. Just be careful as you're cutting it. Once your paper is trimmed down to size, the first thing you want to do is fold over your back corners. So to do this, I flip my paper right side down, and then I fold both of those red sides towards the back. Alright, so now we're going to crimp the corners. So I'm taking this paper crimper, and I actually got this on Amazon. I forgot how much it was, but I have it linked below. And I'm going to crimp the top and the bottom where the checks are. I'm going to crimp the paper up until the bottom of the check on both sides. Now it's time to insert our bar. So to do this, you're going to open up the back of your wrapper, and you're going to place the Hershey bar in. You can do it face down, or it doesn't really matter. I just like to do it face down. And I'm going to take a hot glue gun, and I'm going to do a bead of hot glue from the top all the way down to the bottom and the back. I don't like to glue onto the bar. After I lay down that bead of glue, I'm going to close the back of the bar and wait for it to cool down. Once it's cooled, I'm going to do the same thing on the top and the bottom of the bar. Now you can stop here if you want, but I'm going to do one more step. I have some pinking shears, and I'm going to cut the very top and the bottom of the bar. This is going to give it a perforated edge. I think it looks really cute, and it makes it look like a store-bought candy bar. And then these are the finished candy bar wrappers. I think these turned out really cool. If you guys want me to do more candy, let me know. I'm also thinking about doing some water bottle videos and some actual like party decor videos. Let me know if you guys want to see that. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe, and thank you guys for watching.